My heart rages around like an ocean in my
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome back once again to the season 3 of Cloudy's Valorant tournament. Coming to you live, it's Grammy, as well as joining me on the desk today. How do you feel?
Yo, I'm super pumped, Grammy. I think this up and coming match between these two teams is gonna be super exciting, and I just can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a best of 3 between JKJ as well as Godflix, who Godflix took it home. They are going to be advancing over to the lower finals, and now we're going to be covering Team Endeavor up against the Rito. But before we get into this best of three, this match itself, just a huge shout out to our sponsors here, Computer Arena Cambodia. They have been supporting this tournament, everyone here, since the first iteration of this tournament, so huge shout out to them. If you want to get any gaming peripherals or anything at all, just hit them up, just go check them out. And yeah, on to the match itself, Team Endeavor versus Rito. How do you think about this matchup?
Well, when you think of the teams, you gotta think of the players first, and I gotta quickly introduce these players from both the sides of the team. We have Team Endeavor on one end with their players, which include Satya, Moni, Asora, Remedy, and Zuri. Now, these 5 members are looking slick, Grammy. But if we're talking about slick, we gotta talk about the opponents that they will be facing. And this team is going to be Rito's Gamers, aka the Rito, and their 5 standing members are SL, Speedwell, Shino, Wrangler, and Backgang. Now, again, these 5 members are also looking absolutely stunning in their portraits, and I can't wait to get into the server to see them play. And speaking of play, we gotta talk about the maps that we're gonna be coming up really quickly, and it is gonna be a best of 3 series, so no surprises, 3 maps there. The first map though, I'm hella pumped, Grammy. We're gonna have Pearl, and Pearl is such an exciting map. It is in fact the latest addition to the map pool after Split has been taken out. Rip our F in the chat for Split. I absolutely missed that map. Oh, I don't know about you, Grammy, but I've had a ton of fun on Split. But Split is done and dusted as we enter Pearl for our agent select here between Team Endeavor and Dorito.
I gotta say, I really like Doritos team picture.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at it earlier. I was like, what is this? It looks funny but cool and weird, and I really just like it. And already on the side of Team Endeavor, they're gonna be locking in their agents right off the bat. We are gonna be seeing Arena as well as the Chamber and a Sage in terms of Sentinels, the Viper pick coming in for triple mints, as well as our very own Optic, yay, on the fade.
Interesting turn of events, I must say so myself, but you know, people change. I guess that's what they call it, a change of heart.
Oh my
the
God.
love for Chamber is gone now. Friendship ended with Chamber, now Fade is my new best friend, that kind of thing. But interestingly enough, we do see when we talk about Pearl, we usually think of like a double controller kind of setup. I think the Astra Viper has been proven time and time again to be more of the standard meta for teams. Interestingly enough, Team Endeavor are actually opting for the single controller in the form of Viper, so that's really interesting to see. And Breyna being the solo duelist is actually something that I believe is picked up from G2 Gozen, if you did not know, who is an EMEA VCT Game Changers team, and we had, I believe it was Giuliano who was the solo duelist in that Reyna, which is really interesting to see Team Endeavor use. And on the side of the Rito though, another interesting pick, we have the Sage, Brimstone, Chamber, Jet, and Fade. So Jet not often seen on Pearl, and what do you think that is, Grammy?
I think there's not much that Jet can capitalize on Pearl itself. A lot of
Yeah.
the time, you see teams actually opting for more of a no duelist composition in favor of the double controller. So when there is space given over to the duelists themselves, usually you will see like a Neon in the mix, just because Pearl, I do think it's pretty big. Neon gives you an edge in rotations, in creating certain maybe like fakes or executes on where you want to go, confusing your enemy a little bit here and there. But Jet, there's not much that you can capitalize on. Sure, there's a few like elevated angles for you to use your
Mm-hmm.
updraft. The tailwind, always good for getting out of sticky situations, but other than that, nothing much to write home about.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think both these duelist choices, I think both the Jet and the Reyna are rather interesting, if to say the least. But we'll see how this plays out as Team Endeavor begins their attack.
I mean, right off the bat, Zuri already picks up one towards this mid-art position. And this aggression coming in for the players of Team Endeavor. Will it pay off is the question. Already the rendezvous retrieved right back. The haunt to come through as we execute as well will come through. Zuri picks up another, opening up his mid position even more, opens up the site as well. All these players flood into the site. And it's down to a 3v5 retake in this pistol round.
Yeah, I also want to quickly mention that Tarek is actually also in
Oh
the
my
server right
god.
now. He is playing for the side of the Rito, but it doesn't matter as the Rito get instantly deleted. Flawless enough for Team Endeavor to kick off in the pistol.
Oh my gosh, we're seeing Optic Yay versus Stan Tarek here on Pearl itself. News. It's just like news. Like breaking news. Stan Tarek
I don't
versus
recall
Optic
George
Yay.
Geddes reporting that, so George, you kind of gotta check your sources right there.
Source, trust me, bro.
Team Endeavor with that
Oh
opening
my
round and a
god.
very quick mid A pinch as well, kind of what got them the round this time, switching over to a mid B pinch.
I mean, these fast pushes have been working out in their favor so far. The Prowler does spot out the position of Asora, so he's gonna be forced off of this angle here. The rest of the players flooding their way onto side. Zuri opening things up once again. The Prowler does catch Asora off this time around. Two players down once on the side of... What just happened? I have no clue what just happened.
Oh, I think, yeah, that's kind of
Oh. Okay.
that was nasty. That was nasty.
very nasty.
And the Bulldog retreat as well.
All up the back down. Marshall in hand, 3 players ahead of him. I mean, if he does find a pick and at this point in time, which he will not in fact, it will be good already. 2 frags, 2 players taken down on the side of Team Endeavor. Pretty good overall to try and stop this economy of theirs from building up too much. And this time around, Rito able to buy up the rifles.
Yeah, and I think what happened right there, when a split second where trades were coming back and forth, is kind of the problem when you're just using that solo Viper. And you saw how they tried to cut the toxic screen onto the B side with that straight line, not covering too many angles that the Viper should have, and without using that poison cloud to cut off further any angles. Kind of Moni had too many positions that he had to hold himself. Sure, he was the Reyna, but he only has a limited field of vision.
That's true. And this time around, I think Team Endeavor, they want to go into mid push. I think having mid is such an important position to have in the map of Pearl itself. Because just like Ascent, if you have mid, you have a lot of options. It opens up so many new angles, new avenues for you, and you see Money already capitalizing off the back of that. Asora gets completely caught off guard. Read well. He does find one, but Money trades it right back from his position once again.
Yeah,
And
Money is
this buy is being shut down.
most definitely. I think it all started with that single pick and mid, as you mentioned. Mid is such an
The timing.
Yo, Money heard it, yeah. Oh, he's rechecking. This is a double down awkward timing right there as Fafafia rips the head off of Money, who looked away at the split second. But still though, 2v3 situation, and these members of TE have weapons to work with in fact. Okay, yep.
A little bit of an awkward altercation there, but we get those. We take those.
We take those.
We
A round
definitely
is a
take
round.
those. Bonus round in the pocket of Team Endeavor right now. And I would say Money, he just went in huge for that round.
Yeah, and I was talking about it. You mentioned that mid control on this map is so important, and that when you get that early mid control, you kind of have too many places to worry about and too little members to work with. You can see Zuri got caught off guard right there. He was trying to hold mid door, but from right around the corner in art, Money appears.
Next thing you know, Money is gonna be in like
Your spawn? Yeah,
something, and then
he was kind of there.
Money falling from the sky.
I feel like he
Money
did
goes
there.
in threes.
Money
Zuri
falling
once
from the
again
sky.
opening things. Okay, Speedwell with the Bucky. Able to trade it right back. But the spike, regardless, is gonna go down on this B side, and Money this time around with the Empress in hand, it gets completely shut down by Begang.
That was a nasty
Numbers
shot from
advantage.
background.
Yeah, it was. Numbers advantage right now in the hands of the Rito for once. Even though they're on a lower buy, they have this advantage going for them, and with these Sky Smokes coming into play, Triple Mints is essentially the only one left on the site itself of the Yay. No utility in his back pocket at all. All up for these players to try and hold down the positions. Oh my gosh, he gets completely blinded. The shot doesn't land. All
Okay.
up to Remedy through the smoke. He finds the first, but unfortunately Tarek is just better. Lands the nail in the coffin. Does he have time?
Oh, that was so close. 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Remedy clutches things out for his team. And it was so close for the Rito as well. I think they kind of had the utility and the weaponry sort of ish to work with. But time was their biggest opponent this time around. And unfortunately for them, it's going to be 4-point gap for Team Endeavor.
I think this is where the game really begins though. You see both these teams. Rifles all across the board. The operator in the hands of Speedwell. Really wants to make it sing towards his position of A main. But no one is there to receive.
Oh.
Instead they want to go for the mid contest. Asura wins the first duel down here in his position. Doesn't get tagged up as well. Good news for him, he fights one more before he eventually falls into Remedy. And Zuri, he's so far pushed up, but Gang not aware of it. He gets caught off guard, back down to a 3v3.
Yeah, but look at this. The B side is completely wide open and the spike is hitting there right now. Zuri's just here to cause chaos as he is. And Triple Mints from around the corner. He might have a good timing though. Again, the map is all about timings, all about moments, and Triple Mints is there to capitalize on that kill onto Fafafia.
will not kill my allies.
Resurrection brings the man of the hour, Optic Yay, back as well, and the B side having been cleared, Spike going to hit that way. And the operator by Speedwell going to have to use to try and contest, either contest for a retake or look to save. And I think judging by
30
the
seconds
circumstances
left.
and the situation,
Spike planted.
they have to save up the rifles.
Yeah, definitely. So a 4-point lead already on side of Team Endeavor. You don't want to give up this high credit weapon into the hands of your opponents at this point in time. And with how clean Zuri has been landing all those shots of his, you definitely don't want it to be in the hands of Zuri himself.
Most definitely not, and especially with the economy in shambles for Dorito. Don't kind of want to give up any more than they already have, and Speedwell is in a whole lot of trouble.
Nightfall is?
Last player standing.
No way, yeah, they know where he is.
Oh my gosh.
Zuri 3 kills and Yay picks up. Oh man, come on, man.
Yay, going back to his roots with the operator.
The thing again.
He didn't take it, he didn't take it. Oh my gosh.
Come on, Yay. I mean, okay, fine. He changes the agent, he changes the playstyle. Can't really blame him as A 5-point lead at the moment for Team Endeavor, looking really strong here on Haven. And so far, still no response to this heavy aggression coming through from Team Endeavor.
Yeah, I mean, they did try to invest the operator in the previous round, but the read wasn't good enough for Dorito.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I need to stop. Okay, Blaze Storm's in the hand of Speedwell. And this time around though, all of the heavy hitters of Team Endeavor outside waiting. And Zuri once again catching the timing onto Speedwell, opening up mid. And the Gang, he does have a Bucky in his hands. Zuri is gonna rendezvous back to safety. And the execute's not gonna come through just as of yet, as these players, they regroup, they try to re-aggress.
I have to quickly mention that Zuri is 10-1 in a 5-round game. Do you understand how insane that is? He's averaging 2 kills per round. Speaking of kills, Harry gets through with a Bucky.
Oh my.
Kind of a blunder right there. Not sure how the trade haven't come through just yet, as Fafia gets another with that Sheriff, and Moni has to retrieve the spike, but also has to kill this member that's being a nuisance here in backside.
Just playing around position, not giving. Oh, he used the reload! He used the reload!
Fafia quick to capitalize on that sound cue as he lands a single bullet to the cranium with the Sheriff and secure a thrifty round of all things for Dorito.
Thrifty round to start. Essentially what is their first point. The first point on the board is a thrifty round as that. And I think we've seen so many thrifties throughout this whole tournament that it really comes down to when you have nothing to, you feel like you have nothing to lose, you're more confident in taking those duels.
Yeah, the mentality as well.
Yeah.
And credits to Dorito for not losing the mentality just yet after 5 rounds, because there are a lot of teams out there who just give up after losing like 2-3 rounds in a row.
Lose the pistol and the bullet. Yes. But not in the real, so Viper's Pit making things difficult for them this time around. And he almost gets caught out of sight of this Viper's Pit itself. The spike plant is gonna go down, and Triple Mints in the smoke with a judge. This weapon is gonna be so
this is huge.
point in time, but the orbital strike comes through, pushes him off this angle as well as Nightfall. Tries to re-aggress, but it doesn't work as Sora has a shorty in his hand. Not wanted and prays to come through. It's all up to Optic, yay! He finds the first, but behind his barrier orb is the diffusing stage. Can't find anything else, just one Speedwell to take him out. It's 2 points on the board for the Ritos.
There was an absolute bloodbath on that B side right there, but the Rito were so calm. They expected the B hit to come through actually, and they were already ready to play that fast retake. You could see as soon as the spike went down, followed up by that Nightfall and Orbital Strike to push the Viper just further back. And that was a really good call there from the Rito.
Yeah, and when he tried to re-aggress with his judge, a Sora with a weapon up his sleeve.
Oh yeah,
fires back.
Let's play.
The shorty.
shorty.
Oh. And this time around, all 5 players of Team Endeavor heading down towards this B side. The only one here is gonna be Speedwell, who has so much to work to do, and the cavalry is coming in the form of these 3 players. The spike gonna go down regardless behind this barrier orb once again. Triple Mints gets spotted out, but the shot goes wide. The Nightfall to come through for the side of the Rito to delay these players even longer from behind. Skyfall's money good for one off the back of the Empress, but Tarek and Speedwell respond back in favor. The Resurrection come through to try and give them an edge. The Hod as well. Doesn't clear the right corner, and it's all up to Zuri. Hiding in the Skyfall fights too, but that's all he can do because Backgang is there for the trade and the team as well. And it seems like the Rito is slowly finding their footing in this match.
Yeah, definitely. And this time around, they're gonna have, coming into the next round especially, they're gonna have the weapon advantage because Team Endeavor are the ones who are forced to eco, I believe, unless they choose to force their way through?
Money has no money.
The- More or less the situation, yeah. And again, I think this quick B hit is just sure you get the spike down, yeah, but I think the Rito have found a way to counter this post plant positioning because they have the Brimstone who's essentially able to cut off your field of vision and you're forced to push through that sky smoke when you're going to be greeted by all the members of the Rito who are still
Oh.
very much healthy.
Speaking of being greeted, if Zuri peeks out
Oh,
of
yep,
this,
that's no money. Yep,
Oh,
clean
yep.
shot.
Tarek finds one player looking towards this A site. I guess
Launching
the A is
smoke.
gonna get taken down, and slowly but
Enemy
surely,
remaining.
Between the eyes.
this attack side of Team Endeavor is being picked apart one by one. It's down to Crippleman, who has nothing but a Spectre in hand. Still, he's able to find one. But what more can you do when you have players running in your direction from all angles? As Fafa Pia seals the nail in the coffin to bring them to 4 points.
The Rito, yeah, as you mentioned, slowly finding their groove back into the map of Pearl as they get 4 rounds in a row, a huge response to the 5 rounds in a row coming through from TE. And this time around, once again, the operator in the hands of Speedwell, who wants to look to contest, who's actually going to solo hold here on B. And the Endeavor responds by sending 5 members down A, sure.
Seems like they really want to get this death ball rolling. And I think one thing that has been really working out for Team Endeavor is Zuri's alert, right? If you have alert, you're able to catch a couple
down A.
players out, and Asora with his aggression catches timing onto these walking players. And that's the information gone for the side of Team Endeavor.
Team Endeavor stopped it right directly in their tracks and they look to back off, but we can see that the members of the Rito still not pushed out yet, so map control can still be regained here by TE. But still, they're gonna have to push as a pack to look to trade each other out. They're already down
Teleport's
in
ready.
members, so they're gonna have to count on these multi-frags for them.
And the
The
spike
spike-
is alone.
Yeah, he's alone. He's alone. Fafa feels
Oh.
around the corner.
Timing.
Oh, but Zuri! That's huge from Zuri. Gets a kill and fall back. Pure discipline as he looks to regroup with his members to hit onto the B side. But they don't have a toxic screen to work with anymore, Grammy, and the operator is still here.
30 seconds
Still
left.
watching and waiting to sing. And it seems like the spike, they're so
double dipping?
hesitant. They're so hesitant, and they don't have the time to do anything else but head towards this B side itself. And Speedwell, offered in hand as you mentioned, connects the shot onto Zuri, taking him
Oh,
out
there you
as
go.
well as Gravity. Slowly, all of these players fall like flies. It's all up to Money, but he can't do anything at all as Begang ties things up back to a 5-5 scoreline.
Yeah, and this solo Viper is kind of proving to be sort of an Achilles heel to the strategy that, to the team composition at least, that the Team Endeavor have, because you kind of are forced to execute onto the site, and without proper utility to cover the many angles that B sides have, you kind of need to send out utility, and without the toxic screen, you essentially have none.
Yeah, and especially when you have an operator in the hands of Speedwell. That round alone just shows how potent this weapon can be in situations like these when you're just forced to go an angle. And this time around, it's Money who wins that mid fight.
Oh,
Well,
Zuri.
Zuri.
Zuri and Money have... Let me do the math real quick.
Smoke's down.
Most
You have
of the kills of the
calculator?
team.
Calculator?
I do have a calculator, in fact.
Oh
Let me
my
do
god,
the
you have
math.
a calculator.
I have a calculator.
Elm cosplay right here.
Hey, what do you mean?
I mean, in the meantime, both Zuri and Money going off exploring, heading into defend the spawn, catching a Sora of God. Zuri good for one. Speedwell catches the Viper though. That's the smokes down once again. And just behind this barrier orbits Remedy. I'm gonna go down, but from behind Zuri arrives. Remedy is the one who takes him out though, and it's all up to with Tarek in 1v4 situation.
He has a singular Sky Smoke to work with, Orbital Strike and Incendiary available as well, but too many opponents and not checking your coordinates, Remedy will take you out, and TE hit 6 first.
Last round in the half.
timing! He
Yeah,
looked
this-
away!
That's
He
really
looked
unlucky,
away!
man. And it just so happens that Remedy was holding that specific pixel perfect corner as well. That's really unlucky.
Really was.
Speaking of math, so I did do the math and they have 65% of the kills from the entire team. Zuri and Money combined.
That,
Two
sheesh.
players have 65% of the kills of the team. But you know, the rest of the team still providing essential utility, and we can see the whole reason that the B-side hit have been working at this is due to triple mints and Remedy's utility. So credits to
definitely
them as
so.
well.
I mean, normally with the Sage pick, you really are able to get a spike plant down really safely behind your barrier orb, and this time around he goes aggressive, finds the first pick onto Fafafia. Off the back of his Nightfall, the Gang knows the position of one player, Asora good for one, finally shuts down the lurk of Zuri's. And the spike still being rotated through the spawn.
You will
As
not
Speedwell
kill my
catches
allies.
on the supplement stats. Once again, the Viper utility gone from the pockets of Team Endeavor as they head on over to this A side itself, ready for this execute. It's all up to Tarek. He has to be to hold this site down, but with 4 players heading in his direction, he does have the option to work with. All of them get caught in what just happened.
Switching
He
sides.
just got deleted in 2 seconds, my goodness.
Forget the Kentucky Fried Chicken. This guy just single-handedly fried every single player left alive on the side of Team Endeavor, completely shutting down their execute. And once again, they tie up the scoreline. These teams are so, I wouldn't say evenly matched, but because going by rounds in a row that they've won, they've each won 5 rounds in a row. But look at the scoreline, they're pretty evenly matched.
Oh, they most definitely are. And I was about to mention that Tarek is the most important member of that up and coming round because again, the Rito had 2 operators to work with in the retake, so that's not going to be the most ideal choices that you have. So that Brimstone ultimate is going to come in clutch for them, and boy did it come in clutch. Baekgang though also had an obsolete timing with that Steez. So credit to both these players for single-handedly holding down this A side. Quite literally, in fact.
Out of
Oh,
charge.
this time no. Asora. Look through art, able to catch the one. Money down and ram from behind his wall, finding one.
One enemy remaining.
Yay! Making it
down
his
A.
weapon sing right now. The ghost, good for 3. It's all up to Asora. He did find the first frag in the round, but can he find anything more is the question.
80 health to work with, as he has a frenzy in hand and 2 bullets in that headhunter. Realistically, none of these players are going to give up an inch on that spike. They're not going to give him a single opportunity to take these 1v1s, and the Zuri though gets a proper timing.
Oh, Zuri might catch a timing here from behind.
Sorry for the late notice.
Shot lands. Zuri taking out his counterpart. And once again, Team Endeavor in the lead, in the driver's seat, trying to just widen the gap between these 2 teams here.
I do want to quickly mention that the win condition from these teams, because the respective team's controller are the Brimstone and the Viper, when you kind of don't have that replenishing smoke like an Astron or an Omen does, you definitely need to take mid control. And so far, the team who has been successfully gaining that mid control has been the team that is coming out on top, because you need to get the map control, and in order to play that post plant at the very least, you definitely need to fight for mid, and that's what the Rito are doing right now, sending 3 members, make that 5 members coming through.
be a complete slaughterhouse if they choose to push this issue. Money wants to take things to the face of Begang, finally finds one. Up to Ye, shuts down speed well. Money good for 3 in a round, all up to Fafa. Yeah, one hit, 5 classic shots do not land. And Ye to close it out in a flawless manner.
Now is where we truly get to see whether this scoreline is going to inch any further, as the weaponry is going to come through for the Rito. 5 Vandals, 2 light armors though, but it is in the hands of the Chamber and the Jet, so it doesn't really matter as long as the rest of the utility heavy members are alive.
I think I just want to add on to the fact that you mentioned about the replenishing smokes is also about the fact that there's only one controller on both these teams, and if you take them out, essentially you don't have smokes at all.
Yeah.
And it's a very tall task to ask you to try and execute onto a site like the B site, which is so wide open without any smokes at all.
That is indeed the case, as Moni though, he gets a frag down middle as TE still tried to fight for this mid control despite being on the defensive half.
Here.
I mean, having that mid control just gives you a lot less to think about. If you give up mid control so easily and you let your enemy slip behind your defense, you will have so much less map control, and as a defender that's not something you should be looking forward to at all. And the rotations have been drawn towards this B side itself.
Yeah, and speaking of having things to worry about, I think the biggest problem here for the Rito is that their Chamber is the one who falls of all members, so they're kind of paranoid whether the flank can come through,
30
whether,
seconds left.
you know, any of the members are pushing out of the opposing side, so they're really hesitant whether they want to rotate over or come into this B side, but it looks like at the end of the day, they will re-hit back onto the B side, but still, Poison Cloud in your face.
Like gonna go down regardless though. Zuri now will give up his position. Carry good for one, but Zuri fires right back up to his own. Big that 3 as Money and Zuri secure the bonus round for their team. Team Endeavor take it to 9.
The fragging brothers once again, 3 for Zuri, 2 for Moni. Though that was another huge round coming in from TE. But if there's anything to take note from the first half, is that the Rito do not give up easily. Despite being 5 rounds down, they will crawl their way back if they have to.
Do you think we'll see another 5 round in a row from Team Endeavor and another 5 rounds?
Honestly, I don't see why not. I think both these team compositions are kind of how it is meant to be, you know, very skirmish heavy. They're gonna look to get the spike down, look to play those fights after that, and I don't see a reason why they can't we can't have a repeat of the first half.
The sticker, the
That's
sticker.
so cute. That's so cute. The stage is so cute.
Oh my gosh. This time around, I think the Rito, they're aware that mid is an important part of the map to have. They're trying to aggressive, but Money wins that fight out once again.
Yeah, I think if there's anybody you want to send to fight mid, it's definitely going to be that Reina being able to dismiss and overheal herself back up is a huge part in fighting mid. But it doesn't matter if your head's going to be taken off by the headhunter. Shino, clean shots.
I mean, you can't heal if you're dead, right? And he knows this. Just takes his head clean right off, and this is a rat wall if I've ever seen one. Gravity just hiding right behind the Ye and Zuri though, picking up those frags down in mid. There's no more map control left for the side of the Rito.
Yeah, stuck in the spawn grab. Yee, Tarek. Okay, doesn't matter if they're stuck, if they just gonna tap hits like that. As the rifle is retrieved in the hand of Tarek and he has that orbital strike to work with, but 30 seconds left on the clock, where can you go?
Seems like they want to end up at
30
the A
seconds
side.
left.
But with the Sage and Viper on the side, all this utility is in their way. They have to make a move with 30 seconds left on the clock of the Ye in the prime position.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come much huge here. That he lets the enemies slip by as he gets the free kill. That's one. There's the second. Ye sprays down his enemies, unaware of him hiding in that rat little spot. Honestly, not what I was expecting from Ye, but you know, Ye doing Ye thing.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And it really worked. So, double digits on the board for the side of Team Endeavor. And this time around, Speedwell attacking an operator in his hands. How do you think this will play out?
You know, this is a really crucial round, Grammy, because I mean, again, if it's anything like before, if we're following the script, right, I think TE should win this round, and then you know, the Rito come back with a thrifty somehow. But really, if you lose this round, it becomes 11-6, and you don't really have that much room to work with. A single slip up can cost you the map. So I don't think the Rito want to follow that script, as he changes already with a first frag into the Moni.
The Moni.
Into Moni.
Yeah, he really wanted to test the Moni there.
This is gonna get clipped, and you're gonna use this to humiliate me for the rest of my life. I swear to God.
I need to learn how to clip from like Facebook.
Can you do that? I think you can.
I think you can. But regardless, seems like these players on the side of Dorito, they wanna end up on the A side as it execute. And Remedy, he's the only one left on the side itself. He's gonna get spotted. Not gonna get spotted out by the Haunt, but instead by Backgang himself. The Spike Plant is gonna go down on the side of the A, slowed behind the Sky Smoke. Does get himself into a more forward position, but he does
spotted
get
out.
spotted out.
Yeah, they know where he is. Especially now that they have the Overlord track to work with. Might not even need it if Background will land shots like that. 3 kills for Background, and Operator retrieved back in the hands of the Rito as they finally get the first round in this second half. And it was a very crucial round indeed.
Definitely so, and they made it out live with like 4. Was it a flawless?
Near flawless. It was 4 members
Yeah.
left standing.
4 members left standing. Definitely a really good round. They don't have to reinvest much coming into this next one, which also is super crucial because if you do get this round, you essentially break the economy, or somewhat break the economy of Endeavor that they have built up. And the Moni is so aggressive. He's taking his Abdul. The Tarek shuts him down. Execute. Yes, he comes in, you know, slowed by the slow orbs of Ye. Down in his A main position.
Oh, the timing!
Oh!
Out of charges.
Sora, with this Midler, picks up 1. Going to fall back as well. He might get caught out here though. No, Fafavia is too fast for that. Zuri
Out of charges.
falls. And the rotation is being called, but it seems like the Team Endeavor, they have the read on this.
The spike's not here just yet though, so the spike can go back to A, but it's already committing its way onto B, and there's still two members of T have already rotated over. It is going to be this Sage and Viper. Oh, but this is a very nasty angle from Fafafia.
Player standing.
It's a one-way, in fact.
Triple Mint, good for 1 as well. That's the spike down. Resurrection to come through, and it's all up to Triple Mint. 1v3 situation. 30 seconds left on the clock for these players as the spike is gonna get planted eventually. Up down from the position and Heaven finds 1, but that's all as he can find. Tarek from the grave being resurrected by Fafafia finally takes revenge onto Triple Mints there.
Huge props to Triple Mints though. I think he played it really well in that situation. He had to take those 1v1s, and by jumping out of Heaven, it was a really moment that caught Backgang off guard. But I mean, too many members for him to kill. He already got 4, but there were still 2 members, in fact.
2 rounds in a row for Doritos, looking to once again tie up the score and maybe even get a lead this time around, but would supposed to come through from Zuri. Shot goes wide, the Blade Storms from Speedwell. In fact, Money this time going more passively on the side itself. He's gonna get spotted out though. The blades, the knives, the Talia from Speedwell landing on the coffin, sending him to his grave. Zuri though, Headhunter catches his counterpart, Sora.
At this point, I'm just here to make sound effects, man. These shots coming through from the players are just way too clean, Grammy.
What if we had a round where it's just completely sound effects?
Oh, pew. What else do you have? Don't get away.
You want to play? Let's play.
That's already been ripped out, so we have what's the Nightfall one?
Nightmare.
Nightmare Tale. Yeah. Oh, here it comes!
No charges.
Oh,
Face your fear.
Aw, man.
he does find one, but that's all as speed. Well, he's gonna get tagged out by a Prowler. Papapia good for one with the shots of his. The spike plant gonna go down on the side. Tarek has the auto strike that can come into play, but if they do get, if Zuri is able to catch this timing onto Tarek, would be the game changer. Round. Oh,
standing.
unfortunately not. Tarek turns around just to make a punch all of the triple means once again, but he can't find anything at all as the gang takes him out. Once again, another point in the bag for the Rito.
Yeah, and the Rito are once again looking to find their feet here in this second half. They always seem to have a slow start in the half, but they're just crawling their way back through. And now just one round away from tying up this scoreline, especially with the rather awkward buys that Team Endeavor are forcing their way through. It might just be a convertible round.
I mean, that's definitely so. Yay. With a judge in his hands and triple mints with a Spectre, the Viper's Pit being utilized down on this B site. It could be a double-edged sword here because it gives so much space for the attackers to advance towards his position. But I don't think they will want to challenge this Viper's Pit just as of yet. This mid-fight once again. Asora's going exploring. Breaks the barrier orb down in mid. Positions noted as well as his trademark. These players, they're aware that it could be a mid lurk coming in from somewhere. And off the back of that, the Prowler to come through, try and gather some information as well.
Yeah, I think that's huge information in fact because they know that A main is completely clear. So these members have to be leaning towards this mid side, if not B, which they are more than comfortable to leave the Viper alone.
Speedwell though picks up the frag on Gravity. The Empress trying to be utilized by Money, but it does not connect. Speedwell shuts it down. Numbers advantage once again in the hands of the Rito as Triple Mix peeks out at the right timing, able to catch one.
30 seconds left.
That's all he can find. With 30 seconds left on the clock.
Oh,
Optic,
Fafia.
yay!
Enemy remaining.
The judge does not connect. Good for one. All up. The Triple Mix, he can't do anything at all. As Speedwell out from above shuts it down. And they tie up the scoreline with 4 points in a row of their own.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the script looks to repeat itself, but if there's anything to take away from this map, at least, I think TE need to realize that Fafafia loves to hide behind these sage walls. So each sage wall that you encounter, you have to clear the corner. You can see just now Fafafia got a very crucial kill because if Ye manages to get the member who was rotating onto the B side, things could really go either way at the end. Right now, again, very scrappy buy from TE. Forcing whatever they can. Two judges. Or just a single judge. So it doesn't matter if Zuri's gonna rip your head off just like that. Hero buying that Vandal, forcing his way through.
He wants to be aggressive, in fact. Spots out the shoulder of Asora. And now he's aware. The chamber v chamber anime battle of the century down here in
Oh, the timing!
Oh,
Oh, this is peak anime fight as Shino gets the better of Zuri. Now it's still back down to a 4v4. And things quiet down, they look to reset.
but Money and Remedy though. Could just be Remedy to save this
Satisfying.
round. Big gun good for one onto Optic. Yay. Trying to open up the site for his team, but Remedy already spots out a player. And right now, they do have the numbers advantage. They have the opportunity to try and recollect themselves, regroup up, and
30
play this
seconds
together.
left.
But with all these sky smokes coming into play and this call coming in from the Ritos.
no, yeah, he's
but
not
because
gonna-
I got money. No, he lands the shot anyway. Tarek, he does shut him down, but with 15 seconds left on the clock, he has to go for this plant right here, right
10
now.
seconds left.
I planted.
Snakebite just misses him by an inch. 1v2 situation here for Tarek. They might note his position already. He's unfortunately unable to connect the shot onto Remedy at all. Once again, Team Endeavor, they get back in the driver's seat and they take the lead.
And I think yeah, Remedy is gonna go hunt down for that operator, so they have another weapon, another big rifle to use in this up and coming round. Once again, this scrappy buy from TE somehow drags their way across to the finish line. But still though, economy not looking at the best of shape. As these members look at the scoreboard, look at it, Grammy. Yep. Not looking at the best of rifles. Ye gonna lean on the signature weapon actually on that operator, but
Finally, we see some Operator Yay action coming through on this map of Pearl itself. The call might be good though. Look at where these players are stacked up.
You want to play? Let's play.
Ye gets pushed back though by the Prowler, so that's a great usage of utility, but as soon as I say that, Remedy, a little bit of a awkward moment right there as his teammate goes, "What was that?"
Oh my god. What was that? What was that indeed? But wait, Zuri from behind shuts down Fafafia with that lurk.
That is really huge. The Sage down means that there's no slow orb and no barrel orb to get the spike down safely. Gonna have to lean heavily onto this Viper. My apologies, onto this Brimstone.
And they still have to clear this position out because now they don't know where he is. They might. Asora, you know, he's good for one. Opens up the B side, but it doesn't matter if the spike's not in his control at all. Still being towards mid as the resurrection comes through. Chino good for one. Speedwell as well. Even things up back to a 2v2 situation here. The team push this operator, this 2 to 4 triple mint with this wide
30
swing
seconds
takes
left.
it out of the picture. And it's all up to Speedwell and up to Ye holding this corner with his signature weapon. The shot does not fire at all. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, Speedwell take it with an aggressive duel, but Triple Mints is the one who shuts things down in this match point on the board for
Match
Team
point.
Endeavor.
It sure is, but still though, the 4-round lead that Rito built up means that they are still able to get their rifles in the hands, and again, not looking the best of buys for TE. You can see very scrappy buys, a Bulldog and Light Arm, the rest of the members as well. Not having the best of rifles as Optic Ye retrieved his operator and looking to re-solidify his position as like the best operator in the world, something like that. If you want to beat the world, you gotta first beat C, and you gotta first beat Cambodia. Optic Ye still misses his first shot.
Oh! And Nightfall connects onto 2 players. Both of them detected. Now they're aware that there's a lot of presence being made towards mid, but Zuri finally catches that lurk of Shinos. And Optic Ye looks to re-aggress this as the rest of these players off the Rito, they fall back off his angle. All of them are grouped up together. They don't have any sort of map control whatsoever.
You will not kill my
Resurrection comes through. Zuri good for 2. Finally gets shut down by Speedwell. Big for 2 of his own. And comes back down to a 3v3 scenario.
EE right now, they look to want to gamble stack onto this A side, hoping that they're gonna come back into A, but in fact these members are actually lingering around middle. What is the call for the Rito?
30 seconds left.
As they hit down Con, they are looking that they're gonna execute back right into A, which is a pretty good read. Look at the positioning from TE. They're kind of spread out, but they're aware of where they need to hold individually.
Diving though, spots out the gun barrel. Money
remaining.
good for 2. The spike
Spike
down
down.
as well.
Defenders
Now
out
it's a
left.
no man's land as Speedwell has to go in huge with 5 seconds left on the clock. He can't do anything at all. Money to shut
Defenders
it
win.
all down, and it's match point. They take the map. Team Endeavor, first map on the board for them in this best of 3.
That was an insane map one, Grammy. I think if anything, it just means that we're going to be able to expect more coming into our second map of Bind. And I think really it came down to split second decisions, and in the end, Team Endeavor were the ones who emerged victorious. But I don't think the Rito have anything to feel bad about, because look at that scoreboard. I think the Rito put up a phenomenal fight. Tarek, Speedwell, and Shino on that top 5 scoreboard, but you just can't beat out Zuri and Money, the power duo, the fragging brothers of Team Endeavor.
Look at them. 13 first bloods going to both Zuri and Money.
Oh, come on, man. That 28, 16, 346 ACS, that is absurd. And I think we are looking to hope that they can reproduce this kind of success coming into the second map. But before we head on to the map, we will take a break, I believe, to get our players rest up and prepare for the second map of Bind. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for that and do not move an inch.
Music eh? Roma. You know, our stream was shut down because of the music.
What?
One enemy remaining. Flawless. Enemy remaining.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
Hello and welcome back once again to the third iteration of Cloudy's Valorant tournament coming at you live. I'm Remy and this is once again this is the series, the best of three between these teams, Team Endeavor as well as the Rito, and we just witnessed the map of Pearl itself. What a map it was, right?
It was really a crazy map, and I think no short of excitement and fun-filled skirmishes that we've seen throughout the map of Pearl. I mean, Pearl is done and dusted, right? The mentality has to be reset as we head into our second map of this series. We're going to enter Bind, and the players are ready on the server. So let's just jump straight into Agent Select.
Bind. What do you think we'll see on Bind?
I mean, what else do you expect? The Fate Race combination alongside with that Brimstone, no surprise there, being locked in by Team Endeavor, trialed and tested true to its name. And on the other side though, I think it's really interesting to see a Jet hover by Speedwell, because Speedwell is a very, very good Jet player, if anything we've seen from Pearl, but really Jet is interesting to see on Bind, mainly because
Speaking
Moni
of
is gonna match that aggression, of course. That's what I wanted to say.
Speaking of Jet, Moni, He was on Arena previously. He had a phenomenal performance on Arena, and this time around he's gonna be on the Jet, which allows him to play. He doesn't have to win those duels anymore, as you saw before. Now he can just, if he finds himself in a sticky situation, he can just nope out of there, and yay, switching from the Fade over to the Raze. Interesting choice, I would say.
Speaking of interesting choices, I think Zuri going onto this Fade is also another interesting choice, namely because when he was on that chamber, I don't think he was able to fully utilize the kit of that chamber. He was more of an aggressive player looking to take fights, and I think this Fade really suits his style in the sense that he's able to gather information not only for his team but also himself in order for him to take those fights.
Yeah, and Remedy.
A tall task for him to, big shoes for him to fill.
Yeah, he switched off a Sage, which usually is considered a more passive agent, over to the Chamber, which is basically the most aggressive Sentinel there is. Like, he's basically a duelist in a sense.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if you can call him a Sentinel, but that is a debate for another day, as we do see both players having their agents locked in. And again, the double duelist Raze and Jet combination from both these teams means that we're going to expect no short of aggression.
Double duelists for both teams, very interesting. And you see their choice of initiator as well. One opting for the Fade, as well as the opposing side opting for the Sky instead. So that could be a battle of the better initiator in a situation. And right off the bat, 30 damage being done by the Trailblazer itself.
I have PTSD over that dog. That dog gives me nightmares. I'm telling you, that dog can fly all the way from California to Antarctica. Like, that dog can fly. If you think Prowlers can chase you, the dog can chase you as well.
It's not even like, you know, Fade, who is all about nightmares and all giving you nightmares. It's the Sky Dog instead.
Absolutely crazy. Speaking of crazy though, his 5-man onto A push might just be as crazy as the 4-man defense set up onto the A side.
Yeah, with 4 players on this side, Zuri already taking a bit of chip damage here. Tripleman finds the first pick of the round. Fire right back, the trades come back and forth, and Tripleman's good for 3.
Down A.
Down to the 1v2 as Asura Shino, he only has a slip of health to work with Remedy to shut him down. And then Team Endeavor, good start to the second map.
Really good start, and Tripleman's getting 3 is huge right there, just meaning he is that much closer to getting that orbital strike early on, which actually might, if he continues this up, might be really impactful in the bonus round for them.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw how potent the orbital strike in combination with the C's can be, and that was on the opposing team. On the opposing team, it was on Team Rito that did that. And Triple Mints, if he does have the orbital strike in play, Zuri does have a C's for him to work with as well. But this time around, it seems the aggression is gonna be heading towards the already picking up one, but money off the back of that boombot coming in from Ray. Secure 2 quick kills in succession as well, and all these players, they're heading on to Fafa Fia. He finds 1, but Triple Mints is there for the backup, and Remedy shut it all down once again with this Marshall of his, and it's 2 points on the board for the side of Team Endeavor.
Yeah, clean run, and look at that, Triple Mints 5-7 into that orbital strike, which again is going to be absolutely huge if you can just farm up any teeny tiny frags and a single orb.
This guy is 5-0. Oh, the boost!
Boost!
He can't get up! Can't get up!
Where are they?
He got up, he's on, no! Oh, he got up! The boost is always fun to watch, especially when you successfully do it.
Yeah, it really is, and the C's paint shell is not really working out this time in favor, as 4 players heading onto this B side from this B main position. 2 players to the C, Shino already good for 1. Connie trying to kill it back on the side itself to try and make it good thing, but doesn't connect. Yuri does though, 2 Spectre kills in quick succession. And down to to a 2v3 situation here. Speedwell does have a judge this time around. A preferred weapon of choice does not work out in his favor, but Bafafia is there for the trades. But this was a very expensive round for them.
Yeah, it really was, and with 3 rifles falling down, that just means they're gonna have to buy back up those 3. And TE are more than willing to take. They are happy to take that any point of the time. Yedo, unfortunately, not looking too good in economy, so having to use that judge once again might not be the best of choice. But he is a raise, so gaining space is his signature.
Yeah, and with both raises holding on to judges, this could be pretty interesting to see, as we see like rays flying onto the site itself. Chino already trying to clear out his hookah position with his utility, but Yedo catches one with the judge, in fact.
And if he's ever so bold, it could be a rifle retrieved as well. But unfortunately, he's just going to play even more passively, just hold right around the corner.
And this Prowler, through the teleporter, trying to gain some information to his hookah here.
Yeah, if you take a look at the minimap though, the spike is just only being retrieved by Bekam, who is rotating over to regroup with his teammates.
And Speedwell opening up the site, Remedy to fall. The only one left on site is Money. Has to go huge here, flying rays coming in, but Tarek is the one who lands the nail in the coffin, shuts him down. 3v3 situation here, the C's to come through, deny any position to come in for the side of Dorito, to deny any
30
more
seconds
advancements
left.
here, and their orbital strike utilized as well. It does not connect, however. Blunt is finally gonna go down inside of Q. They'll try to hold on to their positions. Comes down to the 1v1 with the showstopper in hand. Shino fires it, lands the nail in the coffin, Zuri to fall. And it's 2 points on the board. Once again, 2-2 scoreline. These teams, they really love tying things up, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we saw on Pearl that if anything a team can do, the other team can just as well. Two for TE to start, 2 for Dorito to follow up. Oh, my apologies, 2 for Dorito and then 2 for TE. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But yep, again, this time around though, TE forced to use the weaker of weaponries. 3 sheriffs in a single Stinger, but Stinger though, a very deadly weapon.
I mean, with the recent buffs, it's really become a potent weapon, especially when you can get in close like this judge of Shino. They already taking off the head of Triple Manzuri, good for one with that sheriff shot off the gun, trying to hold on control, but yay! The Stinger making it sing from the back of sight. The showstopper coming through as well. It does connect this time around. Speedwell from Shaw is good for one.
Player
It's
standing.
all down to the final player, the money. Oh my gosh.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? It just flows so smoothly,
Yes,
you know?
it does. Oh my god.
It just,
Can we petition to call him the money from now on?
it
We
just
can
sinks
call
right
Remedy
in.
the Remedy.
The triple mix. You see what I'm saying? Like it just goes with the flow and it's so smooth.
Oh
But
no.
speaking of smooth, that was a very
that.
clean round coming through from the Rito as 4 ultimates available for them this time around. Not too sure if the Tour de Force and the Blade Storm will be popped, but you can expect that the Seeker's coming out early on.
Yeah, and with 4 players having the ultimate on the side, Rito money though finds the first side of Huta. And Zuri going aggressive, picking off Begang as the Seeker's down. And money, he's not afraid to go aggressive. Look at where he is right now.
Yeah, the Rito are very much surrounded right now. They are stuck like a fish in a barrel. They cannot even leave their spawn. As you can see, advanced positioning being taken on by Zuri as he tucks right into the corner. They know that these members have to go to the A side.
Yeah, with so much map control established by money right now, the only possible location that these players of Naruto might be able to get towards is the A site. And with 3 players ready to receive them on the A site itself from Team Endeavor, it's going to be a very tall task to have them be able to execute on the site.
Yeah, Ye still has both his
30
satchels,
seconds
meaning he could
left.
easily push back any aggression coming out of showers. But that's if he gets the timing right, and he does. He sprays right through. Speedwell tagged down to a glimmer of health. And this push is instantly been stopped. Corner not quite checked. Zuri takes out
Spike
Tarek
down
as
A.
Ye continues to go right forward, and a flawless round responded by TE.
Once
Oh no,
again.
Money didn't get the...
Oh no!
Did he get the gun? I don't think he did. He
See?
didn't. He didn't.
Oh, here's a judge.
But I mean, a judge on the map, like...
Oh.
We didn't see that. We cut that. Rewind. Didn't see anything.
I mean, as you were saying, the judge on a map like Bind with all these tight corners.
You want to play?
I think we've
Let's
already
play.
seen how potent it can actually be, but this time around, Shower's control once again being established by Zuri here. All these players on the lower by Zuri peeks out, Background taken down into the judge. Chino falls. As these players, they try to retake this A side. Hot's gonna spot out Speedwell as well. But he's gonna get burned. There's so much shift damage done on Yay.
Oh, Triple Mints, he just runs right through, takes the head out of Speedwell, and left with two members alive, Fafafia and Tarek. Don't think they can do much, but economical damage is all they can get unless they have a miracle in their hat.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Zuri just messing with his
Spike
food right
down
there.
A.
The bait and switch coming through. Ye takes the kill, and Fafafia is left alone. Spike going to be
I have the
retrieved by
spike.
him though.
He does still have 5 shots left in his this. The force does not connect, but Zuri from around the corner swings out just in the nick of time. Lands a headshot through the wall as well. And once again, Team Endeavor takes the lead.
Yeah, back to black, flawless rounds from Team Endeavor. Feeling a little bit on their feet right now. They kind of have it in their veins. They're kind of feeling it at the moment. But then again, responsive rounds have been coming through from the Rito as well. So don't count them out of the match just yet.
You know, we've seen how strong the Rito can, how huge they can go, how brilliant these players can play, given the right situation. And this time around, they want to try something different. They want to go in for this heavy B side execute where there's only 2 players left on the side itself. Money and Gravity ready to receive all these players heading in that direction. First one in, Ashino with the judge takes him out of the distance, literally, and Tarek good for 1 as well. The money, that's the site open right up to Gato.
Ooh, the smoke!
Just let them sing, but got with the trade. With the smoke down to the 2v4. Zuri might be able to catch the timing. One of these players here. Via falls. Spike gonna go down regardless. Oh, it's huge. Oh, through the tube. Good for 1. Tarek. Trade. He's down to the 1v2. He does have the Nightfall. Players, they go for the swing, and Tarek cleans up the round with a 3k. And once again, 4-4 scoreline evened back up.
These teams just love sticking around each other's neck. I mean, again, if one team's able to do it, why not the other? As we tie back up the scoreline, and this scoreboard is not inching any further than it has been. Money though, looking to change things up a little bit, switching from the close range judge to the furthest of range operators and challenging down B, which could be a very good call because all these members of the Rito are stacked up on the B side.
He might be able to catch a time when one of the players. Guiding Light does note down his location. No trouble to
Oh,
him
no.
out.
Oh,
Oh no, flying dog coming right at his face does not connect. The Guiding Light just before he tries the shot but does not connect. Tarek good for 1.
Oh, okay,
Remedy
yep.
though. Finally gets traded out by Big Down. The site is claimed by the Rito right
good,
now, but
good.
okay, this is a very good play coming in from the Rito. All 3 players rotated over to this side, and no one is left on A.
Oh, but the timing though, look at this, look at the positioning. Triple Mints might come up huge here. There's one. Spray down though, doesn't quite connect. As Ye is right around the corner, he gets one, gets the other as well. Cleans up what Triple Min started as a little bit of tactical crouching coming through as well.
Team Endeavor once again back in the lead off the back of that fight down fight on the A side itself, and the Ritos, they're gonna be forced back once again into an eco buy.
Yeah, I don't think the Rito expected all the members of TE to be flanking, so they didn't expect for them to be so fast coming out of a short. So again, kind of not having the map control was their downfall right here, but with two Buckies, they are looking to be able to take these close range fights as Speedwell jumps right straight into the fight. Speaking of jumping, Shino also comes jumping right to the face of Triple Mints. And more jumping is going to be jumped too.
Jumping is going to be jumping back Gangut for one onto Ye. And somehow, even with the lower buys, able to regain some semblance of control of the side with money. Remedy look to remedy that in fact Speedwell left all alone on his most of a buck.
Oh, he didn't get half.
And the cloud burst. Not making it work. As Remedy makes his weapon of choice, the tour de force, sing with 2 kills in a round itself, shuts it down. And what looked to be a round coming in from Doritos gets knocked out of the park by Team Endeavor.
Yeah, I think Money and Remedy came out absolutely huge. They're individually performing absolutely brilliant, and their fights just went into their way. Money from right around the corner. I think TE have been consistently putting up on these flanks, and Dorito have no response to them just yet, especially with Fafafia constantly falling so early on. This trademark is proven to be nullified. That's a huge guiding light. Look at a lot of information that the members are looking to aggressively push out Shower.
Oh, showstopper enemy battle of the century once again. It's Shino who makes it out alive. Good for one. Trying to get tied up by Triple Min, but Begang is there. Ron Seekers to come through. No gun position. A couple of players. A reload at the wrong timing. Fafafia. It's all up to Remedy with an operator in his hands.
1v4, not the best of situations for this operator to work, but he still looks to try and at least cause some damage if possible, but unfortunately not. Fafafia will take him out with the Phantom, and the operator might just be retrieved by the team of the Rios.
Last round before the switch.
Huh, so Shino's gonna buy a judge despite his teammate having 3.5k.
I mean, man's been flying onto the site, so I'm not
Would you look at that?
particularly surprised.
Neither am I, but still, I think having his teammate drop him in a spare rifle wouldn't do that much harm. Unfortunately, holding W is the name of the game for Doritos, as the judge will stick around.
Speaking of double, money, good for one.
What was that? He just
Big
turned
double.
around and rips Tarek out of the equation. My goodness.
Oh, the pink shell. Oh, there's so many players looking right into the yay. Gets caught off guard. And Zuri, he's pushed up so far. He hears a couple
nobody-
players heading. Oh, that is the first, but Fafafia clears him out. Back down to a 3v3. Inside. Triple left down to hold his position. He's gonna get set up by his guiding light, but it does not matter. He still connects a shot onto Began regardless. Fafafia though.
Gone.
Spike
Even gets the
planted.
plant down as well. This 2v2 situation on Jet. Chamber versus Jet and Chamber, and Money looks to be the better Jet. He gets taken out and is down to Fafafia. He has to go in huge with this tour de force of his. Already 4 kills in a round. He's gonna make this an ace.
Oh my.
Did you enjoy the
All
show?
things to seal the deal. Bring them once again to tie up the scoreline for
Switching
his team.
sides.
And what better way to end the first half than an ace coming through from Fafafia. Relatively quiet first map, but coming to the second map, switching onto this chamber. He is putting on numbers and he is doing wonders for his team. You get the rhyme? Numbers, wonders? Huh? No? No? Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't this why you love casting with me?
Yes. The
I'm
sole reason
definitely
why
not
I
holding her at
casted-
gunpoint, by the way. I'm definitely not holding her at gunpoint.
Please, Senna. I'm just kidding. Alright, back into the game itself. Fafafia looks to go aggressive once again. Back off that ace goes aggressive. Yay to fall. That looks oddly familiar from one of the scenes in VCT.
Again, the aggression does not stop for both sides. In fact, money is not stopped by the turbine. Zuri continues pushing forward. And Zuri
But
gets
Zuri-
2 kills. Oh, yeah? It's an
Rito.
absolute bloodbath on the B
What is
side.
going on?
With triple mints.
Spike down B.
Zuri thought he could go cheeky on enemy backline, but instead they were completely aware and they took him out. And the first round of the second half goes to Doritos, a bloodbath of bullets raining across the B side. And still with 2 members left standing, Dorito convert that round.
I was.
I wish we could get a POV on triple mints. He had bullets raining down on him and he still got a kill. Like he was jumping around, spinning, reloading, and he still converted one. Like this is
Oh my
nonsense.
gosh.
Some of these kills are absolutely absurd.
Ah, don't you just love Valorant?
Oh, I hecking love Valorant.
With 3 shorties in the mix this time around, Team Aniver. Oh, about this. Shorty converts, so she no good for one, but gets traded back. And Trademark notes down the positions of a couple of these players. And Fafafia picks down his counterpart in the form of Remedy. On the side though, yay. But unfortunately, Tarek finds his counterpart actually well, trying to go in for more, but yay, chasing him around the corner. Begak peeks out. Another point on the board for the Rito.
This time around, TE gonna finally be able to buy up their rifles, looking to at least secure this bonus round because otherwise it's going to look a little bit rough for them. I have to know though, Papafia hasn't put. I think he had 9 kills in the past 3 rounds. Yeah, 9 kills. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
It's actually crazy. He looks to find even more value. Speed well though. The judge. Traded back and forth. Fafafia. Corner is not clear. Finally, it is triple minutes to shut him down. Down to 2v2 situation. Make that a 1v2 in fact.
Smoke
Rito
down.
takes down a player on the side of Team O. This is the first time I've seen the smoke.
Actually, the smoke actually works because it does actually block out the line of sight from heaven if you're coming out from showers. So it's kind of a. I think it also works as a mind game onto where he could be playing himself. And look at this, he's positioned up in hookah, but it's not planted. It's actually not planted for him. So the mind games are there. They're expected. I don't think they're expecting him to be right here.
Oh, he spots one.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
The spray
He has
and
the orbital
connect. He has the orbital strike, but Terry is defusing.
The time is ticking. Tarek has not much time left to work with, and a few more bullets might just connect right there. Tarek, get it!
That's why they put me in
That
charge.
came down to the absolute wire. Triple Min somehow clutching it up for his team.
Look at me, that was one expensive round coming through for TE, and I think this is the best of all times to call this timeout because TE have not only used up their economy, they have used up their ultimates. Triple Min's orbital strike has been instantly gone in that clutch situation. Sure, he secures the round that's coming up huge, but TE have to re-strategize how they want to approach this attacking side because it has not been looking clean.
Yeah, definitely not. And with the damage that Fafafia has been doing on his defense, going in for these aggressive picks, picking off these players one by one, as they're not aware of the corners as well, going for the aggression of these off angles. He's been nothing but a thorn in the side for Team Endeavor, and they really have to find a way to go around this kind of play. Especially when you have players like Fafafia and Shino who are not afraid to go aggressive and take the fights to you instead, even though you're on the attacking side.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and that's kind of how you want to pilot this chamber, right? You want to go aggressive, especially on this defensive side, mainly because you have to get out of jail for free card in the form of the rendezvous. So Fafafia absolutely playing that chamber to perfection, and to top it all off, the cherry on top will be his frags. Look at that, 17-9. This man is running rampage.
I mean, he's still feeling the effects of his ace, the confidence brewing in his veins, ready to take another fight. This time around, it seems like Rito, they might switch up their strategy here. None of them are going aggressive this time around. They're waiting for TE to push into them instead. Push into them
Oh,
they
speed
will
wall.
with this off angle. Falls out one, Jay falls, but Zuri clears it. Trade is good. Hoping for a situation here. It's all on Machino to try and hold down this side touch. Money from up above. Money falling from the skies.
Spike planted.
You finally got to say it. Finally got to say it.
Oh my God. Down to the 3v3. Trailblazer to come through from the side of the Rito. Trying to clear out this U-Haul position as well. There's so much more information gained. Guiding light is down good for one. Remedy finds his counterpart though, but Tarek trades it back down to the 1v2 situation here for Remedy. Can he clutch it out? He cannot. Tarek and nail in the coffin seals the deal for his team. Once again, 9 points on the board for the Rito.
Eric just ice cold in his veins, swings right through, and a single bullet is all he needs to take out Remedy. As Remedy's not looking too well in terms of frags, yes, but I think the same can be said for Backgang, who sure he hasn't been fragging too well as well, but he is this guy and he is gathering information that the team needs. On the other hand, though, Remedy, when you're not fragging on the chamber, you're kind of just a sitting duck.
Yeah, I mean, your kit is essentially built around for you to frag with the Headhunter, the Tour de Force, as well as the Rendezvous. The only piece of utility that you have for your team is the trademark, and it only activates when there's an enemy close by. And Shino, paint shells already taking out. Yay, that's it. And the dead down.
Oh!
One enemy remaining.
Okay, sure. That's a way to get a kill.
Out of charges.
I mean, who needs guns when you just have range utility, right?
Means one for his effort, but one is all he will get as Speedwell takes him down. The scoreboard is slowly inching in favor of the Rito Grammy.
And once again, I mean, that was an equal round coming out from the side of Team Endeavor. This time around, they will have full rifles all across the board.
They have to convert this. This has to be one of the most crucial rounds coming in from Team Endeavor. They have this Nightfall to work with, which they
Oh
look to
my
want
gosh,
to pop
this
onto the A side.
aggression.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Speedwell though just barely misses his singular knife. As Remedy finally survives just a little bit, as Shino is pushed right back in his tracks, cannot look to aggress any further, but he has a showstopper to work with. I think he's more than comfortable to give up his positioning of his.
They can definitely go for the retake, but Yuri just puts out a smoke too far, too forward.
Oh my.
Where it shows something coming through. Does connect on the triple mid. It's a flawless round coming through for the side of the Rito, looking to take this home.
We might be looking like a map 3 Grammy unless TF some sort of response to the unstoppable force that the Rito are throwing at them. We might just be going into Breeze.
this round itself, the buy is once again not looking good for Team Endeavor. It should be one round more in the bag for Rito, and it is going to be the match point after this, so you really have to come in huge here. Money already starting things off, kicking things off with that Blaze Storm of his, but he's going to get shut down by Shino. He does have the showstopper to work with this time around, but he also has the spike in his hands. Finds the kill on Zhang and he's not aware, but Speedwell puts him down. That's the spike noted as well. But his position from Zuri could prove to be a problem.
Yeah, and again, Spike is in no man's land, and with this aggression, with this pressure being applied by Tarek, though, he might just be able to cause havoc. Oh, that was a huge overstrike. Wait, no way he expected the plan to be there. Tarek is so quick on his feet, knows where the spike is going to go down. He takes out the low health member, but still two opposing him, Remedy and Zuri. And with this crossfire, I think it's going to be a little bit of a tall task for Tarek. Still, Sky Smoke available, can cut off a singular angle, and that elbow position has been removed.
Trade comes through for Remedy. It's a thrifty round regained for Team Endeavor to try and find a footing in this match. It has not been looking good for them so far, but this could be one of many rounds to come. But Shino, he might have a huge trick up his sleeve.
I wouldn't really call that a trick, honestly, but it's, you know, it could be a dirty little tactic we like to call the press mouse 1 and kill everybody through a smoke.
All you have to do is hold down the mouse 1 button and... Oh, okay, he switched off of it. He switched off of it.
Oh, the timing from Speedwell. His position's been noted right now as well.
Overcome. Good for one. Onto Zuri. Has the information gone from the side of Team Endeavor. No more fake utility for you. Money being tagged up. What? That dog flew past.
This is why I have PTSD. I'm telling you, that dog can fly. That is a flying canine, and I do not like it.
Oh my gosh.
Right
But
now, I'm
if-
gonna cut noise.
I think that cast right. It should be good.
Oh, that's a great flash. Through, but from around the corner, Mafia swings, takes down the booster, and takes down the spike. He gets two as well. Money finally comes back onto the side. Regroups with the team. The team's already dead. And the shorty of all things to finish out the round as Speedwell, he brings it to match point, and we might just be looking like a map tree grab.
Match point.
Yeah, from here on out, Team Endeavor, they have to play for this overtime, and things are not looking good right now. Things are looking dire, in fact, as the buys not really able to come through for this whole team. Yay, once again opting for the judge.
Here.
And the rest falling on these Vandals. Another judge in the mix coming in from Money.
Yeah, Money and Ye with these two judge
You want
buys,
to
we can
play?
expect them to go
Let's
right
play.
up and direct into your face. But once again, a huge guiding light to stop this was essentially an aggressive operator positioning. Hey, one strike to unbroken. Somehow Speedwell gets one with the operator. So he's going to be walking into the hands of Money, who retrieved a phantom from his fellow dead teammate as Papafia and Bagang come rotating over. Left opposes a 2v4
Spike
situation.
planted.
They have utility to work with, but a lot of body to take out.
Trailblazer to come through from Bengang, clearing out his position. It doesn't note down Money's positioning though.
Last player standing.
Oh, Zuri.
Deadly Zuri, good for one already, all up his Papa. Yeah, he's been huge previously, but he can't come up with anything at all this time around, and it's 9 points on the board for Team Endeavor. Just hanging on by a thread. The clutch that the buy was not looking good for them, and they still were able to convert their round. So this time around, this is the round that you want to watch out for.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think the double duelist team composition for them kind of paid off in the sense that they were able to get the space that they need, that neutral A lobby control, and they were able to get it really, really fast. So it opens up a lot of pressure from the rotations, whether or not they wanted to commit to that rotate, whether they wanted to slow down, whether they wanted to retake. It kind of didn't give them much time to think of. Speaking of fast, Ye is just running right
Oh
through.
my god, that is fast. Fast actually. There's a spike down as well. Papa Pia going in huge
player
with this
standing.
position.
There's no way, right?
Another ace to seal the deal.
No way, he snaps right back.
Defenders
Papa
win.
Pia. Again, an ace to seal the first half, an ace to seal the second.
What a map from both these teams.
What a game!
Papa Pia. What a
My
way
lord.
to end the game as well.
What better than to take out Optic Yay with the chamber? My goodness. Look at that.
Oh
Look at
my
that scoreboard,
gosh.
Grammy.
That's just
A
for
quick
Papa
turn
Pia.
of events. The chamber this time around, the fracking brothers this time around, in fact, from Team Rito were the Rito were the ones to come up on top. Papa Pia and Shino on the top two positions right there. Triple Mint and Zuri to follow. And really, I think I don't want to put the blame on him, but Remedy kind of had a not that great of a performance with the chamber, and that kind of hindered the team a little bit in the sense that they didn't have the tour de force as much to work with in that attacking side into that second half. You see, Remedy actually only whips out the tour de force when they were on map point and they were in a very, very desperate situation, but even still not a single kill to be found. And they kind of need to rethink their strategy coming into Breeze, because it is Chamber's playground right there, and Chamber is it will play a very significant role.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. But before we head on into Breeze itself, we are gonna head into a short break to give both us, the casters, as well as all these players here, a little bit of a break just to recoup from the match itself. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back at you with map 3 of Breeze.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
So many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams.
Hello and welcome back once again to season 3 of Cloudy's Valorant tournament here. I'm Remy. This is you already know us. Let's just head right into the map of Breeze. We just finished the map of Bind itself, where the Rito, they actually beat Team Endeavor on the map itself. So scoreline now 1-1 after the first map of Pearl. So we're gonna be heading into Breeze right now. Agent select, what do you expect to see?
Viper definitely coming through, and I think we've brought up that the chamber is going to play a very crucial role here on Breeze. I think the question right now is who's going to pilot that chamber, and I'm not surprised if I see Fafafia back on it for the side of the Rito. The question is right now is who is going to play the chamber for the side of Team Endeavor, and I think the Jet is a no-brainer. I think both Moni and Speedwell are super comfortable on it. But what's interesting to see is Zuri picking that Reyna. I think the Reyna, the new Reyna at least is. Oh my goodness, Grammy.
No. You know what's more interesting than Zuri going on Arena?
Optic Yay back on chamber.
Optic Yay going back to his roots of chamber. Let's go.
I mean, I'm not surprised to see this. I think T are giving each of their players an equal chance to play that chamber. No surprise there. Fafafia hovering over that chamber himself. And as I was talking about, I think the new and improved Reyna, the Lear at the very least, has enough potential to flush out a a flashing agent initiator, like such as a Sky or KO, who we've seen time and time again, I think this might very well just be a mirror matchup, Grammy.
I mean, it definitely seems to be that way
Choose
right
your
now. And
agent.
with the Reyna Lear being buffed, I definitely think it makes her a lot more viable on Breeze because right now you get unlimited range on the Lear itself. So previously you might not be able to flash out the players playing from stairs or
Oh, there it is.
if you're playing on the A side, but right now you can, and it is going to be a mirror matchup between both these teams for our concluding map between Team Endeavor as well as the Rito.
Yeah, and a very crucial map, in fact, because the winning team will move on to the playoffs. So this is a huge map and a huge round coming through from both teams. The pressure is on, and it's all about the mental game this time around.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have won their own maps, right? And now we're coming into map 3 of Breeze. I think this is a map which is also really mid-reliant, and it also relies heavily on your aim itself. Not only your strategies, but also on your aim.
Most definitely, and I'm really interested to see how Bagang is going to perform on the Sova, because we've seen him play the different agents. First round, second map, Sky. So he is piloting these various agents for his team in the form of the initiator, and so far he's been playing very well with his utility, and we're going to look to see how he's going to continue assisting and setting up his team here on Breeze.
Fast. 5-man push already down on his B side. Breeze to kick things off. This guy has nerves of steel. He has no fear at all.
Spike
Tailwinds
planted.
straight into the face of the chamber. Oh my gosh, Bagang lurking down with his enemy's toxic screen, able to pick off Zuri, the Reyna. That's both duelists down on the side of Team Endeavor. As the rest of the players going for this retake, coming in from the safety position as well. Nothing going in fast, gets one speedwell, traded back. Shot finally connects, and up to Ye, finally headhunted to make it sing all up to Carrick. A 1v2 clutch situation, he can't do anything at all as Sugarman's able to take his counterpart out.
Time is relatively dire though, but I do believe TE are going to get the defuse through, and the pistol round falls into the hands of Team Endeavor. That was a very impressive retake, Grammy. I think it was a 2v4 scenario, and I thought all hope was lost, but TE somehow managed to pull through with just 2 members, so it was a very, very impressive retake.
Yeah, and Rito not being able to hold on to the positions at all. I think they really the toxic screen really split them apart in a sense that, well, even though it was used against them initially, it worked out in the end, and they are gonna have the superior firepower, the weaponry. This time around, as Tripleman's already spotting out the player, and AK's opting Ye to take him out. And Ye looks really comfortable with this chamber, in fact.
Shino though, that's a very great shot by Shino, and it's a little bit of an awkward interaction as Zui goes behind enemy line. Manages to get 1 kill into Fafafia, that's the chamber down, but Shino's still running havoc down middle.
Oh!
This is not looking too good.
This is definitely not looking good at all. I mean, both these players are tagged up though. Ye just might to catch them off. No, the shot goes wide. The rotation is being called with his B side, but look at this. The spike is making
It's a
its
double
way.
pump. It's a double pump. They're going back to A. The problem is that Tarek is still alive, so at the very least, this spike is most definitely going to go down. I think Triple Mint realizes this, that it's a little bit too quiet here on B,
30
so he's going to go back
seconds
to A. And he will just get back here just in the nick of time.
Yeah, and with both these players being so low on health, just a stray bullet from even a Spectre
Revealing area.
should be enough to take them out. The recon dart though notes down the location of Triple Mints. The snake bite comes through
Ooh, that was
behind
close.
the plant, but
Spike
they
planted.
still get it down regardless. Now, again to the post-plant positions. 2v2 situation coming in for this team.
remaining.
Next, the
Oh,
shot. The big gun. That's all up to Tarek. 1v2 clutch situation once again. Yay, going in for the defuse as Tripleman takes out his counterpart.
Nice shot right there from Crippleman, stopping Tarek instantly as soon as he tries to join that snake bite across.
Yoink. And it's both these players again, Triplemans and Yay, close things out.
So they did lose a lot of their SMGs and bonus weapons, so coming in, they will have only 2 Bulldogs. The rest of the team members have sidearms for them, 2 Sheriffs and a Ghost. So this round should go into the favor of the Rito unless they have something to say about it. I want to mention quickly that Zuri's aggressiveness on the defensive side has not stopped. Ever since Bind, he's constantly been on the flank, and even here on Breeze, look at it, he's already lurked right up through around the corner. He gets 1 actually with his Bulldog, so being the Reyna, he is able to dismiss away.
And back down to 4v4 situation. Rito here on his B side,
Oh, these are huge snake bites.
forcing them off of these comfortable angles, but not good for one. Trying to call this. Taking coming in face off.
Oh, wait, how many gets 1?
Remaining.
And the 1v2
One
Yay.
enemy remaining.
Let's find another. And it's all absolute backgammon,
No one
lonesome.
else could do this.
Tries to go in for this defuse, spots out the player, goes for the peek this time around. He has to stick the defuse now, and Begang is the one who seals
Standing
the
ahead.
deal. First point on the board for Doritos.
What's really surprising to me is that Doritos actually just merely secured that round. I think with the weaponry and the map, the way that they secured that B side, I kind of expected it to be more one-sided towards Dorito. But TE have such good utility usage on the Breeze. We saw how Triple Mints was able to flush these members out of those tight corners, forcing them into a single side, and TE were just able to capitalize off of their superior positioning.
Yeah,
Speaking
and
of
this,
positioning,
this is pretty interesting.
it is indeed, and he will look to be the first to make contact. Unfortunately, 1 second of contact is all he will make as he falls into the hands of Shino. The B side completely wide open for the taking. And again, Zuri on this flank.
It's really good for one,
Such a nuisance to deal with.
but he doesn't spot out the player lurking below him. Sophia, good for one. Yay, takes on his counterpart down to 3v2 situation now. Shino has to go in huge with his Empress, good for one. Gets tagged out by the shock dart as well as both these players holding in his location. He takes out Remedy and down. Final player to land the nail in the coffin. Shino good for another 4k in a round with the Empress to clutch things up and for his team. And tie things up once again between both these teams.
Yeah, and again, unfavorable circumstances, but a round converted nevertheless. The Rito hang on to that round of a 4k and a huge heroic play from Shino.
And that's exactly how you want to be playing, especially when you're Arena, right? You want to be able to get aggressive, get those picks, able to have that Empress online constantly, just so you can get yourself out of situations like this to clutch it up and go in huge for your team. This time around, Marcus Fitz comes through. Buys probably good to the side of PE, but yay! Already making his weapon sing. Good for one of the Shino before he gets smoked off.
The Viper's Pit as well, going to force the rotations to go over onto the B side for the Rito, but still, money is lingering right around the corner. Yeah, unfortunately does not land his second shot with the Tour de Force. As the members flood onto the B side, they have no toxic screen to work with, so that's going to be a problem for them. But still, the Viper's Pit available and going to be used to secure the round as Zuri actually gets Bafafia. So now things are looking rather interesting for this defensive team. Corner goes unchecked, Speedwell punishes that. Moni actually sneaks his way onto backside. This is...
Could be be a prime position, but he fires off a warning shot. It does not connect. Begang to take him out, back down to the 3v3. The Viper Spit still in play for his
30
team
seconds
here.
left.
Mike's still not gone down though.
Oh! Yay! At the
Spike
crucial
down,
moment,
B.
peeks into the Viper Spit itself, stalls the plant from going down.
Oh, and yeah, they're completely surrounded right now. If they play their cards right, this could easily be a 50 round coming through. There goes triple mins. He takes down Tarek. That's huge. The Viper Spit down as well. And Ye again. Ye is online and he is feeling it. He's back on the chamber, and I think he should have the past 2 maps.
This is why Yay is the chamber main.
He used the tour de force like the shotgun. That's crazy. I mean, other than Ye, I don't see any other player who could wield it like that. And I mean, Ye, clearly he was just giving chance to his opponents by going off pick, right? Clearly. He wanted to make things interesting. This time around, 9-2 and 1 Ye, putting on a show for us.
You want to play? Let's play.
This time around, play. He has to get cleared out. He gets one.
A.
That's taken down. Rito trying to go in aggressive, good for one, but that's all he finds. The Twitter Force still yet to make its mark. Right now, it does. Money to fall down to the 3v3 once again. 2v3 in fact, once again.
Yeah, but not much health bars to work with for the side of the Rito as Ye sneaks his way into orange. He might be good for one. And if he does, it may well just be the spike. But unfortunately, none of these players are going to give it to him for
Spike
free.
planted.
This could be dangerous here.
Enemy.
Back online.
There goes Ye.
One ball that's out. Oh no, Tarek catches Ye off guard. He's so low at a sliver of health. Yet, he still keeps his composure.
Oh,
Side. Oh no!
Knife. The knife. Tarek capitalizes off of that and he swings just at the nick of time.
And off the back of that, TE, they have to take this time out here.
They most definitely do, and I think this time around they have to discuss how they're going to change up this defensive protocols of theirs, because I mean the rounds have been going back and forth, yes, but you can see that they're constantly giving up map control to the Rito, and the Rito are always getting this mid control.
Yeah, and once you lose that mid control, being on the defense, you have so much work to do because you have to rotate from the CT side, and it's a long walk from
most
B to
definitely
the.
is.
We are gonna have some close-up shots of a couple of these agents here. Just to
Nice.
show. Oh.
Nose. Very great facial expression here from Reina. Yep, clearly wanting to assert dominance.
Wake up in the morning. This is the first thing you see. What do you do?
First, I panic as to why I'm in the world of Valorant. I think I've been playing too much. I think I should go back to bed.
In we go. Teleport's ready.
Yeah, the vibes from TE not looking too beautiful. Look at this. A frenzy is all Remedy has.
And this is a very fast execute coming in for these players here. The Lear. You see how effective it's coming through. Gina already good for one, Begang good for one as well. And Fafafia making his
Spike
mark.
planted.
His presence known down in mid. Is by.
Great.
Not
Okay.
anything now. Okay, Zuri. That's Fafafia down as well as Shino. It's
okay,
really
yep.
trying to cause some damage here.
One enemy remaining. Last player
Okay,
standing.
both these players are low right now, but Begang has this Hunter Sphere to work with, so he's going to play his way back, but he hurts Zuri out, so he's just going to play cat and mouse right about now.
Yeah, he knows that Zuri has to go for
Standing
this
ahead.
defuse. Reconductor comes through.
Found them.
What's on this player?
Close but not close enough. Begang gets the better of him with that Hunter's Fury. And again, Grammy, you can never count a team out until they are truly out. Look at how close TE nearly pulled that turnaround. Zuri got 3 kills with that with that bulldog of his, and I believe Remedy got 1 as well, leaving Pegang to a glimmer of health. If Pegang did not have that Hunter's Fury, the round could easily go into favor of TE.
Yes, definitely so. This time around, Bai still not looking good for TE. But as you mentioned, they shouldn't be counted out just as of yet. The Hunter's Fury though! -3, next on the dog. There's aggression coming in. Side
Out of charges.
of the Rito. It's not really paying off at first, but now it does.
Player standing.
Tarek good for another round of money. Fafafia, this late alert catches Yuri off guard once again. 5 points on the board as the Rito, they look to widen the lead, widen the gap between the scoreline.
Yeah, finally the Rito pulled out of this neck and neck lead as they secure 2 points gap for themselves. Could be a third as TE finally decide to go on the eco round. Still though, no response from TE as they lurk down mid, time and time again being caught off guard by Fafafia. This time around they might have a little surprise as Fafafia looks to push with his team. 5 members rampaging their way onto the B side.
Recon that. I mean, the auto tanks out of money. Once again, the buy not looking good at all for these players. Zuri does find one, but Shino is behind enemy lines. He gets taken out. Buddy good for one with the sheriff shot. And suddenly the tides have turned. Now,
Enemy down.
back down to a 2v2 situation here.
Money.
As the Viper's pit comes through. Oh no! Yay from behind takes him out. It's all up to him. He need to flush it out previously, but this is not because not as money takes it out.
And I guess you could consider that as a thrifty round for TE. Sure, it wasn't said, but still the buys were far superior coming through from the Rito. And still TE secured that round, and it just goes to show how talented, how neck and neck both these teams are. As TE, they want to crawl back into the scoreline.
I mean, this is a chance to qualify for the playoffs, and both these teams, the amount of pressure that must be on the shoulders right now is immense.
Especially after such a long day as well. Both these teams look to just end their day with a victory, go to bed with a smile on their face, but the challenge is not over until it's truly over. Zuri gets taken out by the flank, finally aware of this flank coming through as this mid aggression continues to go on, and TE still have no response. No way, Shino.
Oh, this rampage.
Out of charges.
Whenever Shino pops this Empress, you know things are going down. Triple Mint, the last man left standing, 1v5, doesn't have any options to work with, and still Pegang coming through middle with a late lurk of his own and takes down Triple Mint for a flawless response.
Another flawless round coming through for the side of the Ritos. Once again, in the lead on this attacking half. And right now, TE, they sort of find their backs against the wall, because if they lose this round, they're not really gonna have the economy to work with the next time around.
Yeah, most definitely not. And with EA using this tour de force now, if they lose this round, they are completely butchered coming to the final round. 5 to 7 is one thing, but 8 to 4 is a completely different story.
Oh. Twitter Force though does find the mark onto Fafafia. That's a weapon that can be retrieved. Oh no, it's not.
Eric
Shido
with
and
the
Tarek.
drive-by! Ay, ay, ay. And Moni left on his lonesome onto this B side as he's going to be flooded with enemy members.
Money left.
Uh-oh. The timing is everything!
Oh no!
Speedwell gets the better of him.
What happened? What happened?
There was a blunder and Tripplemans
Spike
gets one
planted.
kill with the Spectre to respond, but still 2v3 and not very much utility to work with.
Scanning ahead.
Player standing.
Speed
Yeah,
well.
Remedy.
Passes Remedy as well. Down to triple mints once again.
Ooh,
As Speedwell with the peak.
full confidence bloom.
Speed.
Last round in the half.
You know when you said ay ay ay,
Uh-huh.
all I could think of was the song.
Which song?
You know the song that goes ay ay ay, I'm your little.
That's such an old song.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and as mentioned before, dire situation from TE. Very, very poor choice of weaponry coming through.
They're stacking towards the A side as well. This might be a good read from them actually. Recon guard spots.
Oh!
They're doing this one, but Begun trades it back. Tarek as well. And this blunt is once again handed over to the Ritos. Off the Yay, try as he might. He can't find a frag. And Tarek already looked up through halls. Might be able to catch the timing. No, he does not. Yay, good for one of the Guardian.
These health bars look enough that the Guardian can seal the deal, but still the Shino is just pushing right through, and he catches him unaware. CA left to his lonesome, healed right back up, and he still has two members to deal with.
Teleport's ready.
Oh.
Oh no, the timing.
Shino.
Oh no, the knife!
The knife!
Yeah, that was dirty. As the responsive
sides.
tactical crouching coming through, we end half in a 4-8 scoreline with the Rito on top. Is the replay? Oh, the replay's the knife. Ah, yeah. Man, that is painful. That's a cute bear.
That's not a bear.
That's a koala?
That's
No?
a sloth.
That's a sloth?
That's a sloth.
I was clearly talking about the crab behind. What are you talking about?
That's not a bear either. That's a scuttle crab.
We cut that out, cut that out. No. Muted. I didn't say anything.
Oh my gosh.
And I do believe that the players are just as tired as we are as they look to finally close out this map. The Rito with 4 points lead. They want to take home the map of Breeze. They want to take back the series. But Fafafi has already tagged on to 22 health.
But they still have to clear out Shino in prime position with his friends. They able to dismiss to the back of the side itself. It's not good for one. Shino digs up another player as well. Behind his toxic screen lies 3 more waiting for him. Triple good for 1. Backgang trades in form of money through the ball situation. He triple good for 2.
Standing.
And Backgang makes things work all on his own. Tarek to close it out. And it's a pistol round going the way of the Ritos.
Yeah, I don't think TE quite had the plan for their post plan. They kind of just all swarmed into side to catch Shino, who managed to get a kill. They kind of wanted to trade back onto that Reyna, but the Reyna being dismissed away behind the top screen. 3 of the members were stuck in this planted position. They just got mowed down easily from both corners. Things are not looking too good for Team Endeavor right now, Grammy.
Yeah, definitely not. They have to find their footing in this attacking half itself. And they did manage to get a spike down. So that's 300 credits in the bank for them. They might look to force it up this time around.
It very well might, as we see some Spectre buys coming through, but still light armor on this map means the Spectre from long range on the side of the Rito could deal significant amount of damage.
Yay, already getting tagged
Oh,
up and taken
no.
down by Speedwell. That's your chamber down inside Team Endeavor. The rest of the players are flooding onto the A side itself. Fafafia recognizes this. He teleports back to yellow. But these players closing in on his position. He will fall. Backgang, good for the trade. Does have a Vandal in his hands. And this is where the weapons shine, right? Because he has all these long angles. Speedwell good for one of the Sheriff. Spots out Remedy. Backgang going into this push.
Oh, Triple Mint is lost.
Above.
He is confused already.
No.
He shot his own teammate.
Player standing.
Triple Mint left. in an unwinnable situation as Tarek is the one who closes out the round, and havoc among chaos as the Rito, they look to flood into this retake and they successfully get the round. Forced by not paying off from T, and it just sets them back even further here on Breeze.
Yeah, I mean, with this force by not coming through,
Need a drop.
essentially if we're going by the script here,
We're
The
talking about the
Ritos
script.
should get this round. Unless
Well, you know, they like to change the script, so I
you know, I feel like whenever we say that something's in the script, it never happens.
it never
according to the
happens.
script.
Yeah, it's called the caster curse grab. You kind of get used to it at some point. Money is going to be the first person who takes on contact, and
Rip.
Chino right around the corner with that sheriff successfully removes an opponent as well. And this Zuri just jumps right up. Fafafia caught completely off guard, and finally the Viper's pick coming down means that they have a chance to secure this round.
Yeah, the script being rewritten right in front of our eyes here.
Enemy remaining.
That does
Why
spot
do you-
really out. Doesn't matter.
Why do we ever bother talking about the script? We know it never happened. As soon as we mention it. There you go, a fourth round, my apologies, a fifth round coming through from the Rito. But still, 5-round lead, that's a lot to come back from. And Bagang has his ultimate online. That Hunter's Fury is going to cause a lot of damage, especially when you're trying to force your way onto these tight choke points like the B or A side.
They are gonna be unless they buy this time around. Marshals and Sheriffs on the board for the side of Doritos. They might look to get aggressive this time around because they have nothing to lose here, but Death Ball rolling on the side of Team Anniver. They don't want to give an inch up these players right now. The Empress comes through. It gets shut down immediately by Shino with the
Oh,
Sheriff.
this is... Speedball actually has very good timing. They're vulnerable. He's the one who gets the better of it. And Tarek is still doing damage. Oh, okay.
The script.
Oh no, that was nasty from Bagang.
You know, at this point, I think we can just say what script.
What script? I don't know of a script.
Yeah, what script.
Clearly, these players are just doing whatever they want and still winning rounds. So, scripts don't matter. And if there's ever an MVP for this entire series, I have to give it for Bagang because not only is he supporting his team with utility, he's been consistently putting up numbers, this time around even becoming the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. First time around, he was Fade, giving so much information to his team on the Sky as well, and now onto the Sova, he's been doing so much, putting his team on his shoulders time and time again. And the rest of the team putting in their own weight as well. Papafia, although more of a quiet game this time around, he has made a lot of impact, especially with how his off angles have been
Nasty, yeah. I
Nasty.
have to give it to him. I mean, sure, he has been putting up numbers this time around, but if it wasn't for him, Team Doritos might not even have gotten to a third map. That's real.
That is true. That's definitely true. Mine, literally, his domain. And this time around, 3v3 situation. Funny though, going aggressive, but Fafafia shuts it down. Now the advantage in the hands of the Ritos. The spike isn't getting planted, but this toxic screen is gonna fall. So both these players are so disjointed. They have to find their frags, and Triple Mints does. Strike down
enemy
two.
remaining.
Look at a 1v2 here.
Oh, it's all about
Oh.
timing right now. Shino's behind enemy lines. He has time if he takes out Remedy quickly, which he will
Not.
Scanning ahead.
I give up. The caster curse is way too strong. Remy. The caster curse is way too strong.
You know, this is like reverse manifestation, right? Where when you say something, it won't happen. So
Right. Okay. We are going to overtime.
oh no, now we're actually going to overtime.
God
No
bless.
way.
I sure hope not, because I mean, look at the ultimates available for this defensive side. 4 ultimates, and all of them are going to play a crucial role, especially starting with the Viper's Pit locking down this A side completely. Ooh, that's a very fast trade. Moni, quick on the trade, rips the head off of Shino, unable to dismiss away.
Oh my.
Speedwell looks
Jet,
to
my
recreate
Jet.
a little bit of succession, but he's just gonna get sprayed right down by triple mins. Is cracked open right now. The spike is going to go down, and Zuri with this late lurk might just look to cause havoc.
And all these ultimates don't matter at all. The Viper's Pit gonna go down for the side of Team Endeavor this time around.
Here comes Zuri.
Oh,
There goes Zuri.
Shock dart.
You know, now that you're saying Zuri, I keep thinking of Zeri.
Like the lead legend?
Yeah, like Lee. Because you said here goes, there goes, and I keep thinking of Neon, and I think of Zeri, and
No
I think of this
way,
Bucky
that's
taking out
illegal.
triple mids and his Viper's Pit.
That is
One
illegal.
more!
Absolutely illegal.
The Hunter's Fury to come
Oh,
through
he's just
and
falling time
deny
right now.
this defuse gets one spike not even halved, and even though he gets taken out, there's not enough time for the defuse at all.
What Tarek just did right there is completely illegal and should not be allowed. He just walks up into the Viper's Pit, gets a kill with a Bucky, jumps over, gets another kill with the Bucky.
No. I think he's in the wrong game. Now we're in Apex. That was a
Oh,
peacekeeper.
right. Nerf the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper in Apex is absolutely busted. That needs to be nerfed. The Bucky, on the other hand, making wonders for Tarek right there. Unfortunately, round unable to be quite converted, but still, those are crucial ultimates baited out from TE. They don't have it to work with for the up and coming rounds.
And right now, the chamber v chamber battle. Fafafia from up above. His off angle could be deadly, but he's gonna get spotted out and cleared by this owl drone. Zuri good for one once again onto Begang. And the B side is wide open for the taking.
Here comes Zuri. There.
Oh. No!
I'm so tired of this,
Oh
man.
my god.
I feel so bad for Zuri.
Every single time that you say that he's not going to, we should say something else at this point. Remedy good for one on to Shino. And yay, converts a total force kill as well. Down to the 2v4. Both these players. This cross
This cross is too deadly. It's way too deadly as Ye around the corner with the force. He spots off the shoulder, but the shots don't quite connect. Second doesn't either, and Fafafia runs right through into the bullets of Remedy. And now, if you're a fan of the Rito, you're kind of sweating a little bit.
Yeah, this is when you're like, okay, stop playing around. We gotta do something about this. The gap is, you know,
a little bit too close
narrowing.
for comfort. Just a little bit.
I kind of want to see another Zuri moment.
I'm not gonna say anything. You can say this time if it works.
Oh, but Tarek has a Bucky.
Why wouldn't he? He's in prime position as well. Look at all these members from TE running right into him. Oh, that was close.
That was very. Oh, this wall. Oh no, Tarek. It could cause a lot of damage, and the timing between both these players, Zuri as well as Fafafia, not spotting each other out, and the lurk.
Here comes Zuri. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up now.
Wait.
I'm really confused what's going on right now. Still though, it's a 2v2 situation and the Hunter Fury is going to come down. And yay, he's actually running around trying to dance around this Hunter Fury, but he gets one tag, and this could mean a lot for Shiro.
Really so, but he tries to go for the weapon at the wrong time. He triple mins takes him out. Down to the one. To clutch here. Can he clutch it down? No, yay to take him out. And it's 9 points on the board for Team Endeavor.
You know, the Zuri moment is kind of memeable if you look back onto it.
Oh my god.
This time around, the Speedwell back on his signature weapon, looking to up his scoreboard just a little bit. Because Buggang right now is steering the entire spotlight. 26-14. This Sova is popping off. And Speedwell, sure he's doing good, but this time with the operator, he wants to do even more. As Shino pushes elbow once again. This is the Reina after all, so a single kill can dismiss. But again, it is off the back of a kill. And so far, not just yet. Ye swings right back in and gives that read over to Shino.
Tag down low, taken out by Rito as well. Finally, getting this round itself. Empress comes through from both teams. Behind this toxic screen lies. We see another Zuri moment. Papafia completely shuts that down. Even though Shino gets tagged out by the recon dart, it does not matter at all because it's a flawless retake coming through for the side.
And we were wondering what response the Rito had, and clearly a flawless one is the way to go.
It's match point.
It's match point.
Flawless to match point. But at this point, Team Endeavor, their economy has been built up quite a bit. So even if they lost that round, they're still able to afford this and probably the next as well.
Problem is, they don't have any more rounds to work with, Grammy. This is match and series point coming through from the Rito, so no mistakes can be made from TE, and this time around, not that many ultimates as well. Sure, Triple Mint and Remedy are close to the ultimates, but 2 and 3 is quite a big gap to fill.
You know, this time around, pushing the issue, taking matters into his own hands, going for an early flank, but Gang good for 1, tag down to 3. That's a spike noted. No, that's not a spike noted. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, from behind, Shino good for 1, money to trade it back. Down to the 2v4.
Triple Mint,
Tarek.
he might just get timing, or Tarek might just get timing. It all depends! A snap of the wrist, won by Tarek, and oh, that was a disgusting swing from Tarek to close out this series. 13-9, Dorito. They move on to the playoffs, Grammy.
What a game we had on our hands right there. The Ritos, huge congratulations to them for taking things back into their own hands. Even though they were down a map initially, they still didn't give up. They still held onto their momentum and their mentality, and they were able to close it out 2-1 with this third map of Breeze. 30-9 scoreline. Baggang on the top of the scoreboard, and Shino not far behind him as well with 7 first bloods to his name.
Yeah, and I was memeing around with Zuri a lot, but still he was putting on numbers for his team as well as Ye. But in the end, I think it came down to these executions. I mean, especially on that first half, I think TE slipped up a lot when the Rito were able to take full control of mid, and TE had no response to it. It was just too big of a gap. Sure, these teams, they like to tug back and forth, but a 4-point lead ending the first half, it was just a little bit too much for TE to come back from.
Yeah, once again, huge congratulations to the Rito for making it to the playoffs. Let's go!
Let's go, Poggers!
Poggers. I mean, we definitely hope to see more of all these teams in the playoffs themselves, and especially since how a lot of these games have been coming down to like they play out all 3 maps, which just goes to show that there is so much young talent in this Cambodian region that has yet to be seen, and I hope to see more of it here.
So do I, Grammy, but I think that's enough you'll be seeing from both us and the players today. And that seals the deal for today, Grammy.
Right,
I do believe that you will be closing things out, yes?
Now we close things out with a little bit of dry cereal. No, just kidding. I need to stop with this dry cereal at this point, but yes, that is gonna be all from us, the casters. I've been Grammy, and this has been Zo, and we're gonna be signing off for the night. See you guys next time.
Peace out.